Hello and welcome once again to Hour 1. As always, I'm Charlie, and this time I'll be checking out Rise of the Tomb Raider. As always, I'll be playing the first hour of the game and giving my thoughts and impressions on it afterwards. With that being said, though, let's get to it. Starting the timer now, because I got camera control.
We'll have a good view of the valley beyond from the summit.
Alright, let's take it easy here.
Alright.
This wind is crazy.
That mountain looks fantastic. I also like how Laura came prepared with appropriate clothing this time. Yeah, this is not a thing in real life. Oh, come on!
No! Laura! I can't hold you! The rope is slipping!
Come on! Oh, dear God. Woo! What, no murder porn fall? Whoa! I know these segments. Oh, shit! She's gotten slightly better at adventuring, at least, since the last game. She's not a total scrub anymore.
Let's hope this works.
Hope some fresh water improves living conditions, at least. That move was cool, the ring out. Yeah, she was wringing, for all intents and purposes, fetid septic water out of her hair, probably, but, okay, yeah, plenty of murder porn in this game still. Vague Nazi symbol, check. All black body armor, check. Ski masks that are vaguely skull-like when they appear to the face mask, check. Bad guys.
The artifact inside. God willing.
Guy that was shot through the hand.
Open it. Carefully.
We're running!
Move, damn it, move!
Woo boy!
Almost there!
Yeah. But I start sliding soon. Eh, maybe not. That snow tech is damn impressive, though.
Keep moving.
Dead, whatever it is.
Fresh kill. No.
Do I have to deal with the horrible wolves from the first game again? Because good lord, those things were like maliciously evil for animals. Like almost comically malicious.
Survey team, please respond. We got some Interference on that last transmission.
Bear. Whoa! That's some serious murder porn they got going on again. Alright, so that's an hour. You heard the alarm go off. So, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I was a really big fan of Tomb Raider's relaunch, reboot, whatever you want to call just the Tomb Raider game that came out a few years back as of recording this. And I'm really glad they made a sequel. This is a really solid game. I'm really enjoying it. The obvious comparisons to the Uncharted franchise, which I'm also a huge fan of. I love adventure games like this, especially ones that are heavily action-based. I love Indiana Jones simulators for all intents and purposes, and that's what this game is. And this has been a weird thing going on, where for a long time the joke was that Uncharted games were the best Tomb Raider games, and the last Tomb Raider game was the best Uncharted game. There's a distinct feel to Tomb Raider now with the survivalist and kind of the gathering and foraging that Uncharted doesn't have, which they've really doubled down on in this iteration of it. And while it wasn't my favorite part in Tomb Raider 1, I like that it's back. It's rare for me to go back on a feature that I wasn't a fan of initially and now kind of enjoy it. It feels very appropriate for the setting of the game. It really drives home this whole Laura's a badass and she has to forge and make her own weapons. And part of that's done this time around where she's not as, well, pathetic as she was in the Tomb Raider reboot, where she was just kind of sniveling and sad the entire time, and while she was doing crazy things like pulling rebar out of her body and killing hundreds of people by the end of the game, there was always kind of this, oh, woe is me sadness going on every turn that didn't mesh with the situation. She still feels very human, but she has supplies, she has glow rods, she's wearing an appropriate jacket, it's time to kill that bear and stuff like that. Like there's a matter-of-factness coming into this game, which is what I've always loved Tomb Raider for. Laura's a woman that gets things done. And sometimes getting those things done isn't the cleanest of things. So in general, the game looks amazing. The set-piece shots have been great. The overall world is fantastic. Visually, I only have one complaint in that Laura looks younger than she did in the previous game. Something about her face looks rounder or pudgier, and just it makes her look like an older teenager / really young 20-year-old. Like she's got some weird magical age reversal thing going on from the previous game. But because you're not looking at her face too much in this game because it's third-person action, I'm sure I'll get over this real quick. They've had some shots where she's been dirtied up where I haven't had quite the same reaction. I don't know, it's a weird gripe, and mostly it's because the rest of this game just looks stunning. The environments are amazing. That set piece when you started off with climbing the glacial wall, there are parts, or not glacial wall, the mountain wall, there are parts where I thought, had moments of, wow, this almost looks real, or, this probably looks more real than reality does occasionally, which is a weird thing to say again, but we all have that moment where in a video game where things look more realistic in some weird way than you've seen in real life, because in real life your eyes are only your eyes, and this game's presenting it in shocking HD detail kind of thing. The game looks great. They have the fun details back, like Laura wrings out her hair whenever she gets wet. The gear on her belt sways and moves with her kind of movements. Overall, the presentation is just real solid, and it's everything I liked about the previous Tomb Raider. I'm not far enough to have a lot of complaints. I guess the one complaint I have right off the bat is the crafting system is back. But like I said, it doesn't bug me this much as it feels more appropriate, where the last game was very much a frantic, we have to get out of here. This is more of a survival, we're coming to do something. Maybe I'm interpreting it differently this time because it's less bumbling idiot, more this is how I do things survivalist, but it helps add to the badass Laura character, which is nice to see it used as a tool to prop Laura up and less as a set piece defining moment. I'm sure I'll be at some point upgrading an AK-47 with stag horns, some dirt, and a pound of rocks, which take it as you will, but it didn't bug me that much. It was kind of funny, and it feels tonally appropriate. Other gripes, I don't have any. I don't have any yet. I've played an hour of the game, and I've barely been in combat, which is a pretty major departure, actually, from the previous Tomb Raider. It's been mostly the very simplified kind of Uncharted, here's where you go, more or less, platforming, some crazy kind of set-piece running segments, a couple decent kind of generic video game puzzles. There's a better mix this time. It feels more like a Tomb Raider game. It's not just about combat arenas. It's the first hour. I'm sure there'll be more of them. I've got this Trinity army to fight. So, yeah, there's some other stuff going on, like I have to level up my language skills. There's some overall stuff that I'm finding intriguing, like the skill tree is more robust. I can't remember if it actually was a skill tree in the previous one or not, but I like how the skill tree lets me pick certain attributes early on to play around with. I'm sure you can unlock all of them as you play enough of the game, but I like games that give you options on I want to play this way. Yeah, it's like this little details, like I could jump around that area on the trees. I'm sure that'll come back in some important way potentially later. Like, there seems to be more just options overall in this game, and I really like that. It feels like a just better game of the Tomb Raider relaunch, reboot, whatever you want to call it, which was already a fantastic game in its own right. So yeah, I don't have much really to say about this game beyond that. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It feels incredibly cinematic, which makes it just so much more entertaining for me. I'm having a blast. I'm whooping along with the game, for lack of a better phrase, and it's really fun just to be having amazing amounts of fun with the game again. So yeah, I gotta go kill a bear.
Something Wicked Studios.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up down below, you share us with all your friends, and you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for more videos right now, we've got a whole bunch of ones all over the channel you can get to by the links below. If you hit the random button, I promise to send you to a good one. You know you want to. Press it. Press it.